Thank you, the LOC chairman. You're all welcome to this AGM. My name is Ekene Dilichuku Achu. I am 92 Sets Peace House. Peace House is the best house now. And I want to establish, okay, before then, we'll take the national anthem. Please, can we take the national anthem before anything else? The national anthem. Thank you, DJ. After the national anthem, we're going to take the national prayer. Okay, it's at the back page of the brochure. And the national prayer is the second stanza of the national anthem. May we pray. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youths the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Thank you very much. That is the national prayer. So we are welcome. We know why we're here. We are welcome. Yeah. On page 8 of your brochure, you'll see the program where we have it. I want to welcome you all once more. I want to establish the protocol on which we're going to use for the program so that it will save time. It's not anytime when someone stands up, we'll start calling the protocol again. So the existing protocol is the chairman and members of the Board of Trustees here present, the national president and members of the national ESCO here present, the LOC chairman and members, my seniors physically and virtually here with us today, my junior siblings of the FGCI family, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and our invited guests. You're welcome to this 2022 reunion and annual AGM of the Federal Government College Ilorin Old Students Association. Our program is an 18 agenda program and is on the page 8 of the brochure. We've taken the national anthem and the national prayer. And next on the agenda is introduction of members. So I'm going to give the mic over to the LOC chairman who shows how we're introducing ourselves.
Okay, just a very simple process that we can start from. Oh, sorry, we start from district members on this side. And when they have done all that, those on the high table, then introduce themselves. So you come and take the mic to the DOT chair first.
My name is Anthony Oshunlaja, 1973 to 1977, and then 1977 to 1979 for A levels. Our Faith House, what else? Well, they say I should say that I'm the DOT chairman. I'm not sure. I'm an applicant. I'm looking for work. What else? Thank you very much. Happy to see my fellow old students. Thank you.
Good afternoon, fellow students. My name is Ayodele Joseph, S031, 77 set, a member of the Unity House. I'm a businessman. I'm so happy to be here today, and I really want to commend all the effort made for this AGM. Thank you.
Permit you to sit down, please. My name is Ruby Napoleon, A-level set 7374. It's always a joy. I have very good memories of our school, so it's always a joy to be present at an event like this. Thank you.
My name is Gambari Uthman Olatunji, 73 to 78. Like all, I'm equally very happy to be with you, and I pray for the success of this meeting.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ogunrombi Abdusalam, 2004 set. Charity House. I came all the way from Lagos.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sheson Aribu, Faith House, from Lagos as well. It's a huge pleasure to be in Port Harcourt once.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, my name is Christopher Onunko, and 86 set, Charity House, based in Port Harcourt here. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we have some of us behind who are helping with the attendance and the ushering. You're welcome, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Badikeni Ajibola, Charity House, 98 set.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Blessing Adisa, 2014 set. House.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fatima Ibrahim, 2014 set, Progress House. It's nice to be here.
Commander A. Yabo, 1996 set, Progress House. Thank you.
Okay, that's another Navy commander in the house. You're welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdul Hakim Abdul Kader, 2004 set, Unity House. I'm the Assistant General Secretary. I came all the way from Ilorin. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ifeanyi Okachu, 1980 set, a unique set in the sense that it marked the end of that particular decade and ushered in another decade. Thank you. Charity House.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Thomas Tolulokwe, 2007 set. I was in Charity House. I came all the way from Abuja. Thank you. I'm the national PR.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Papa Sunday Monitor, 1986 set, Peace House. I happen to be the treasurer of the National Association, also double as the vice chairperson of Port Harcourt chapter. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olugbenga Faturi, 1979 to 1985. I'm the National Financial Secretary representing Lagos, also the State Chapter Financial Secretary. Unity House, 1979 to 81, then Faith House, 81 to 85.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maeve Erebesman, me Oruwari, 1982 set. I'm the National VP. I'm also Port Harcourt chairperson. I'm a published author. So if any of you want to write, DM me. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
My name is Moazu Mansour Salami, 1978 set. I'm a retired Real General in Nigeria Navy, not tired. Charity House, I think we have a large concentration of Charity House, both on my left and right. the national president of the ESCO. I'm glad to be here for this union and today's AGM. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President always inspires me. He is everywhere. You see him in Lagos, you see him in Ilori, you see him in fact, Port Harcourt. In fact, you begin to wonder whether Oga has house everywhere. You're welcome, Mr. President. And like you said, you're not tired. Next on our agenda is the welcome address. So we invite our national VP. We invite the VP for the welcome address.
Hello, everyone. This is Liz Erebesman again, standing on existing protocol. May I, on behalf of the Port Harcourt chapter, the host, and the LOC, welcome every one of you to the 11th AGM reunion of our great association. When we are winding down the AGM session last year, which was held virtually due to the mandatory and limiting COVID-19 protocol, we prophetically stated that the next edition of the AGM from 2020 will be conducted both physically and virtually as a new normal. The hosting right for today's event extended to Port Harcourt chapter, which was the host chapter of the first ever virtual AGM by the association last year, was partly hinged on the prophecy. Today, it has come true to the glory of God. This hybrid, physical and virtual mode of conducting the AGM has many advantages. While the more traditional physical mode of gathering provides the needed opportunities and platform for members to meet, bond, reminiscence, and relive the memories of their school days, the virtual mode provides a wider spectrum for members all over the world to be part of the event on real-time basis. There is no doubt, therefore, conducted this way shall bring the event to a happy close with a greater sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. You would have observed that the organized city tour, which we just had, was limited to a nearby government recreational facility, the Pleasure Park. We want to say unequivocally that PH has much more to offer that would readily excite any visitor to the state. However, the restriction of the city tour was done to carefully minimize the unnecessary exposure of our members and avoid the attendance risk, and also to ensure we stick to the appropriate measures and safeguard that ultimately would engender the needed atmosphere of our safety and security all through the event. This year's program has been carefully chosen to help direct attention to important issues we regularly confront in running of the association. I'm aware that as we proceed to address the various items in the agenda, we will get more acquainted with the obvious challenges we face. With unity of purpose and renewed commitment, the right solutions will emerge from our deliberations at the meeting today. Thank you all for your attention and God bless you. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, Madam VP. Our able VP is always equal to the task. When she's even outside the country, it's as if she's behind your back, blowing hot air into your neck. Do this, do that. I really want to say it's always been a pleasure working with her. Our own is zero tolerance to failure. Next on the agenda is the President's remark. Mr. President, sir.
Before I commence my speech, I want to stand by established protocol. That note, I will request that we start first by observing 1 minute silence in honor of our important colleagues who passed what they did well. Please rise. May their gentle souls rest in perfect peace. This is all humility and gratitude to Almighty God that I present this report on this occasion, marking the 2022 AGM of our association being hosted by the Harcourt chapter. I personally welcome you all to this meeting. Also, I thank those of you making up on the Zoom platform, despite its constraints and considering to spare out your time to participate. To be recalled that the National Executive Committee of this association was inaugurated on 14 March 2020. Barely 2 weeks into its tenure, the nation and indeed the whole world experienced a lockdown of severe magnitude as a result of the spike in COVID-19. This pandemic has delivered a serious setback on the association activities. This resulted in late conduct of the 2021 AGM in 2021 as against 20 February 2020. This development presented serious challenges to our association at all levels, especially at chapters and set levels. These levels were more engaged in offering greater support to their members through self and collective contributions to assist the less privileged members of the association. I do not want to bore you with details of such support as the course of the various chapters and sets. level of support, all in the spirit of brotherhood and tandem with our whole party. However, we suffice to state that social distancing posed a lot of challenges in the running of the situation, as most activities that develop bonding, networking, sharing of memories were almost non-existent, and the Zoom platform did not provide distance interaction. Despite these challenges, it's necessary to commend the various chapters and sets for their great efforts in keeping the association alive since the inception of the pattern. It's worthy to note that the nation has also experienced series of spikes and is currently under various restrictions as a result of the pandemic. The current state of insecurity has not spared the association, as members are seriously restricted in their movements across the country, which has improved the level of interaction among members of the association. It is to be stated that on receipt of the mandate of leadership of this great association on 14 March 2020, National SP commenced work immediately by holding a meeting within minutes. And thereafter, several meetings have been held on the Zoom platform due to wide dispersal of its members across all chapters, that is, Lagos, Lawrence, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Furthermore, a lot of interactions were sustained using the separate platform. It is necessary to state that our association has remained a key player in its financial commitment to SOSA, and the association participated actively in the SOSA plenary held in December 2021. Presently, we have activated the SOSA empowerment and networking platform in Lawrence. The constitution of the association has undergone several reviews, and drafts of the reviewed constitution was presented by the previous SP. This draft has also undergone several reviews, leading to the final draft that was presented during meeting for further necessary consideration as deemed appropriate. The importance of constituting an organization such as ours need not be overemphasized, as this life of the association. Also, it is necessary to state that 2 new chapters have been inaugurated. That's the Ibadan UK chapter. I hereby thank the members of the 2 chapters for activating the chapters that is helping to make the association more vibrant. It is solicited that more chapters be established in other locations, both within and outside the country. Further to decisions taken during the 2021 year, the committee has been set up under the chairmanship of Mr. Femi Edo 1983 to drive all activities related to the 50th anniversary of our alma mater. It is worthy to note that the committee has commenced work, and members will be adequate quickly on the activities during this year as happened. I hereby appeal to all members of the association to render maximum support to the committee to enable it to execute its mandate. Also, I appeal to all members to please ensure that they participate actively in the program of events to mark the 50th anniversary. It's my conviction that this is not a period to reel out achievements and the task of moving the association forward, a collective task for all members. While commendation is being given to members who are financially up to date at the various chapters and sets, it's important to state that the level of financial support to the association, the form of use is generally low. Details of such support will be presented by the Federal Financial Secretary. However, it should be stated that this alone are not enough to achieve the association financial sustainability, so as to enable it to achieve desired impact on the lives of the members in our alma mater. there is a need to develop financial models to effectively fund the association. Wanted to state that our association, being a member of USUSA, cannot afford to shy away from being a leading advocacy group in the country. We can leverage and seek government support to the association on behalf of our alma mater, using contacts within our association, occupying strategic appointments both in the public and private sectors. These efforts will ensure that our association will become more viable and sustainable, thereby improving the welfare of our members and growth of our alma mater. Furthermore, necessary discussions will be held during this year on the viability and sustainability of welfare programs, such as life and health insurance programs for our dear members of the association. Additionally, it's necessary to state that this AGM will be used to conduct fresh elections into the national ESCO of our association. This is hinged on the fact that the present ESCO will end its tenure on the 14th of March 2022. And constitutionally, it's imperative that elections be held to elect the new ESCO. And this will also involve the dovetail into election of SPP members practically. Finally, as I end my address, I thank you all for your presence in this meeting. I must express my sincere appreciation to the chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, members of the National Expo Committee, chairman of the chairpersons, and members of the various chapters, executive committees, our dear members, diaspora, various set reps for their support and guidance in the activities of the various sets, and indeed all members of the association for their support to the association at all times. My sincere appreciation goes to the chairman and members of the local organizing committee, considered by the Port Harcourt chapter for their efforts in organizing this year, despite the constraints posed by the COVID-19 pandemic and the prevailing security challenges being experienced across. Thereby commiserate with all members of the association who lost their family members, friends, and associates, especially during the period of this pandemic. The Almighty God grants to God to us all. Please let us all stay safe and be resolute in fighting this pandemic. Thanks, and God bless us all. Amen. Salam.
Thank you, Mr. President. We thank you for your address. The next on the agenda is minutes of last AGM chapter and set reps. But while those are being prepared and the people who are getting them ready, we want to acknowledge quite a lot of our members who are online and some who just came in. We have Adebowale Eboda. He's in Lagos, and I'm happy he's my set rep, C92. We have Bolaji Sholagoye. We have Gabriel. Okay, that page went up. We have Kate Ahimen. We have Oye Lola Oyetola. We have Yetunde O. We have Bumi Adebajo from UK. We have Bumi Adebajo. Please, can you scroll up more so that we'll get them? Yetunde Otunla, 1986 set, FGCI UK branch, Unity House. Kate Ahimen Osemikian, 1986 set, FGCI, United Kingdom, Faith House 2. Yetunde is greeting you all. Bumi Adebajo from Houston, Texas is greeting you. Adebowale Eboda, who is Lagos chapter, says, apologies, I could not make it to Port Harcourt due to work exigencies. A lot of them are still coming online. We have some people who just came in.
I want to stand on the existing protocol. Good afternoon, all. I'm glad to be here. I want to welcome all of us to this AGM that we're hosting in Port Harcourt. We wish all of you successful deliberations. Thank you. My name is Prince Philo Bailey. I was in Faith House. I'm of the 1978 set. I nearly forgot that. It's okay. I think that was already that thing.
Thank you. That's our dog in the house and sent us to be with us. So if you need glucose, I asked her, she not carry glucose, but I believe if she touches, you will be vitalized.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be here with my siblings. My name is Anthem Chuno. 81 set schoolhouse. I hear you people have done something to schoolhouse. It's no more there. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tony.
My name is Tetenta, Charity House, 78 set.
Okay, it's a pleasure welcoming everyone once more. The minutes of last AGM, chapter and set reports. On page 41 of the brochure.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm standing on the existing protocol. I welcome you all to this 11th AGM. Minutes of the AGM 2021 of FGC Old Student Association, Ilorin, held on 5th June 2021 at Presidential Hotel, Port Harcourt. Commencement. The meeting commenced at 10 a.m. with the national prayer called by the President as the first item on the day's agenda. In keeping with the association's official protocol, the gathering like this, the MC, Mr. Kes Ogedegwe, 1985 said, established the order of the protocol to guide the meeting. Welcome address. The National Vice President gave the welcome address based on her dual capacity as the National Vice President, the Chairperson of Port Harcourt Chapter, the host chapter of the 2021 AGM. The National VP informed all the participants that the chapter had put much effort to give all memorable, interactive, successful AGM. She enjoined all to relax and have a rewarding experience of the meeting. The attendance list is hereby attached to the report. Presidential opening remarks. The President appreciated and thanked everyone in attendance, both physically and virtually, to the first ever virtual AGM held by the association. It was stated that the yearly AGM is constitutional requirements. Hence, the need to leverage on technology to host this virtual AGM this time, as physical gathering was not an option given official COVID-19 protocol required in the prevailing circumstance. Thereafter, a background of the agenda of the AGM was presented. It covered important areas and future plans of the association. The President solicited for participation by all so as to make the meeting as interactive as possible. Also, a minute's silence for our departed colleagues who was observed. The take of the meeting had some technical issues regarding the Zoom platform and was effectively rectified by the technical team, whose service was proactive, secured, and the meeting progressed seamlessly. Meeting of the last AGM. The minutes of the last AGM held at Abuja on 14th March 2020 was projected on the screen to facilitate general viewership. After the reading of the minutes, comments, observation, addendum, and checks were allowed before the motion of the adoption was called. This was moved by Mr. Ayo Joseph, 1977 set, and the motion was seconded by Commander Matthew. Okay, Commander Matthew Teddy, retired, 1978 set. both of whom were physically present at the venue. Presentation of set reports. Presentation of reports, sorry. The presentation of the reports of various reports was taken in following orders: presidential report, secretariat report, financial report. The general consensus was reached to adopt the various reports as valid record of the association before the deliberation on the reports. Mr. Ifeanyi Ukachu, 1980 sets, moved the motion for the adoption and was seconded by Mrs. Carol Yodehui, 1982 sets. Thereafter, participants were advised to post queries and observation on Zoom chat page as the meeting progressed to allow all to be viewed and treated correctively. Matters arising from the last AGM. Matters arising from the various reports were treated together to allow all-inclusive and far-reaching consideration, and deliberations on the issues of the annual due and poor response of most of the sets to these very important aspects of financing. The meeting pondered with the idea of unifying the annual due across sets against the current practice of gathering that assign higher dues to the older sets and lesser dues to the younger set. A flat rate of 300,000 per annum regardless of the graduation year of the set was suggested. After protracted debates, the meeting agreed to maintain the status quo based on the template presented by the treasurer. Furthermore, the president called for the commitment and support from members toward enhancing the financial standing and funding of the association's activities. It was stated that dues are not meant only for organizing AGMs, and it was stressed that there are gamut of other activities and programs of the association that requires funding in order to ensure successful running of the association. Additionally, it was emphasized that there was the need to diversify source of raising money for the association, and that relying on dues alone will not result in financial adequacy and responsible funding of the association's program. It was agreed that moving forward, members would be taxed on new measures to raise the requisite funding that would result in good financial health and buoyancy of the association. The BOT chairman thanked all members present at the meeting and maintained that there should be contribution across sets in the form of dues. Mr. Ayo Joseph, 1977 set, focuses of observation on the financial reports as presented and commended the ESCOs for transparent management and prudent use of the association fund, stating that 213,000 has so far been spent within the last year. Particularly, the breakdown showed that 100,000 was spent for USOSA annual due, 100,000 for auditor fee for the annual financial reports, and 13,000 naira only for the association secretariat. It is worthy to note that association had account balance of 5,556,624 naira 25 kobo as at 5th June 2021. 50th anniversary FGC Ilorin. The president told the meeting that the school was established on the 15th February 1973. Therefore, the school would be celebrating its 50th anniversary on 15th, 2023. It was stated that the golden jubilee of the school is a major milestone that should be remarked as a laudable and significant commemorative event. It will be recalled that the last time a similar milestone on the school existence and calendar was celebrated in 2013, when the school clocked 40 years. It was reasoned that the golden jubilee is bigger show that should excite all of us on that note. The cooperation and commitment of all members toward the celebration was solicited towards a remarkable, memorable 50th anniversary. It was opined that the association could embark on commemorative project to mark the anniversary. The project, according to most members, should be of any description, and most must be relevant to the immediate need of the students, staff, and the school accordingly. The project type funding issues and execution would come under the purview of the Special Anniversary Planning Committee that will be set up in due course. Also, the BOT chairman advised the ESCO to discuss and collate ideas of anniversary and then find an effective means to present collated ideas to ensure entire house for review and final adoption. Additionally, Mr. Chuks Anagbogu, 1978 that was suggested to chair the anniversary planning committee. However, Mr. Chuks Anagbogu respectfully declined the invitation, citing the obvious of the position and his preference to stay off at this stage. He offered to extend his service and support to the committee whenever it is put in place. Furthermore, it was suggested that committee's membership should be composed of both members of the old student set and the younger generation set. It was reiterated that involving the younger sets in leadership role is the right way of supporting and encouraging them for important roles and responsibility. The president expresses appreciation for all the inputs and contributions, stating that the ESCO would be communicated to important issues and ideas raised towards hosting the anniversary. Thereafter, an open invitation was given to those interested in serving in the anniversary committee to get in touch with any members of the ESCO for necessary consideration.
Patience.
At this point, the president called for a 10-minute break to allow the technical crew to run slide on the second batch of the day reports and presentation, namely sets report, chapters reports, brief on the insurance program, and brief on the constitutional amendments. Discussions on the set report chapter, reports, insurance brief, and constitutional amendments. After the short break, focus was shifted to the process of the constitutional amendments. The president observed that this constitution is critical to the life and effective administration of any organization. This called for a painstaking approach to produce the bequest a worthwhile and detailed constitution for the association. It was stated that the process of constitutional amendments would be concluded and the draft constitution will be presented before the 2022 AGM. Reactions to queries and comments. In order to sustain a more interactive session, participants were advised to post queries and comments to the chat page of the platform to allow for well-coordinated response and reaction. The local organizing chairman, Mr. Ifeanyi Ukachi, 1986, took the stage to handle the segments and thereafter read out the queries and comments on the chat and appropriately address each of them. Particularly, the minute of the last meeting was posted on the association's WhatsApp platform as requested by Dr. Olushola Oluanuga, 1979 sets. The appropriate corrections on some names that were misspelled in the minutes of the previous AGM as shared on the chat page were effected as appropriate. It is to be noted that some of the participants wanted to ascertain if the sets that have met their full financial obligation as provided in the Constitution, and those that haven't were aware of their actual financial standing, and response to this query was in the affirmative. It was stated that dissemination of information to the members is usually facilitated through the use of various social media platforms created on the set and chapter basis. Arrangement for next AGM. The participants thanked the Port Harcourt branch for a job well done in pulling through the virtual AGM in view of the current COVID-19 challenges. The AGM gave the next hosting rights to Port Harcourt chapter, believing a physical session with the usual reunion, fanfare, and activities will be possible by then. The meeting shared the The meeting shared the optimism that by the next AGM, the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic will be addressed and full normalcy will be restored globally as the world encourage the usual physical engagement and activities that often characterize the life of most associations. Any other business? The following people gave speeches under the AOB. Mr. Toyin Isiaq of 2004 set expressed his joy for being part of the AGM and stated that he gained a lot of experience and also appreciated comment and sacrifice the older sets often offer towards running the association. In this regard, he stated that he was now better informed and that he would galvanize commitment of the 2014 sets towards their active participation in the association activities. It was stated that the membership of the anniversary planning committee should be board on open to various sets of the strategy for galvanizing and encouraging the need support from members toward a successful 50th anniversary. Furthermore, Dr. Prince Will Obele, 1978 set harped on security and safety of the school in the face of current security challenges, especially with the spike in banditry and kidnapping, and stated that appropriate proactive measures and sensitization are key in ensuring security of the school at all times. It was posted that ESCOs has a steering role to play to ensure that the school is well aware and sensitized on the critical need for the security and safety of the school. Also, Architect Tenta 1978 set drew the attention of the meeting to the need for membership, which he defined as a veritable tool to guide and inspire the younger ones toward the path of meaningful personal development, discipline developing, and the right attitude and behavioral disposition amongst other. Thereafter, Mr. Ayo Joseph, 1977 said, shared architect Tenta views on mentorship scheme and elaborated on the need to host different fora or even at a chapter level where the senior member interacts, mentor the junior members in the course of such gathering. He suggested a model where membership teams will be created within the alumni fold for the purpose of attaching the young ones to the teams for mentorship. Mr. Femi Edun, 1983 set, spoke on the constitutional amendment process, and he suggested that the distribution and copies of the sets and chapters will greatly enhance group efforts and input in the amendments process. The president acknowledged all the views and ideas canvassed and consequently solicited for the support of all in reaching our set goals and milestones. All chapters and sets were enjoined to come up with various programs that the association could undertake, while stressing that the various chapters and sets are constitutionally recognized organs that are expected to always play complementary roles in advancing the interests of the association. Eminences and side attraction. The VP recalled that her school time was fun. Fun lived in a warm and friendly atmosphere that still defines her memories of that time. Thereafter, a member of the 1986 set informed the meeting that his set supplied classrooms, chairs, and tables to the school. In 2016, the meeting reacted with the spontaneous applause for the 1986 set. Also, the LOC chairman informed the meeting that two sets have informed him about what they did for the school. It was posited that such information should have been communicated earlier, and it was advised that the information should be presented at the next AGM. Closing remark. The BOT chairman thanked everyone who found time to connect to virtual channel for the meeting, and as well those physically presently at the Port Harcourt venue. It was recognized that members participated actively in the meeting from all over the world despite the difference in time zone and indications of the richness and strength of the bond we share as a family. The Port Harcourt chapter was appreciated for living up to challenge by the success recorded despite the enormity of the challenge occasioned by the reality of COVID-19 pandemic. Additionally, the BOT chairman wished all members of their families, both within and outside the country, God's guidance and protection. Thereafter, the vote of thanks was made by the LOC chairman and the meeting closed at 1 p.m. Decisions. The following were decisions taken during the meetings. A. Members of the association to be tasked to develop measures to raise adequate funds that will lead to sound financial health of the association. Action and ESCO. ESCO to discuss and collate ideas in the 50th anniversary and find appropriate means to present the association. Action EXCO. C. 50th anniversary committee membership to be composed of both the old and younger set of the association. Action EXCO. D. ESCO to implement ideas raised towards celebrating the 50th anniversary. Action EXCO. Open invitation being given to all who volunteer to serve in the 50th anniversary committee. Action ESCO. Process of constitutional amendments to be concluded and copy of the draft constitution to be presented before the 2022 AGM. Action EXCO. Port Harcourt chapter to host the 2022 AGM. ESCO/Port Harcourt chapter. Action. The school management be sensitized on critical areas of security and safety of the school. Action EXCO. Chapters and sets to present programs and activities of their association awareness. Action ESCO, chapters and sets. Lastly, sets to be enjoined to present information on their donation to the school before the next AGM. Action EXCO and sets. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was a long speech. I beg ushers, when I find what I give, I will drink. Okay. We're still progressing, but as surprising as it may seem, we have a lot of people online and in the diaspora and in the Zoom. So please, anybody on the Zoom can introduce yourself and we'll read it out. We have Tunji Ademiro, 1982 sets, MNI, and a lot of them are still coming in that we've not called their name, Bolaji Soladoye. And we also have Mercy Popola, Kingsley Omoredia. They are still coming in. So please, our members in diaspora, I know you can hear me on the Zoom. Please introduce yourself and send us a chat message. While the program is progressing, the next on the item is Secretariat reports. The next on the Secretariat reports. But since the Secretary has just finished a long speech, let's give him some time to rest and introduce those who have not introduced themselves.
My name is Nene Amabere Jamabo, 84 cents. Thank you.
As Auntie Nene, I've not met her before, but we always chat. It's a pleasure, man.
Caroline Omi, UDOA, 82 cents.
I'm Salome Obian, Sophia, 81 cents.
I am Abdurrahim Yusuf, 2011 sets.
Bibado Abdulaziz, 2009 sets.
Abdullah Mohammed Chami, 2015 sets.
I'm back with it, sir. 2009 set.
Abdullah Kamilolan, 2009 set. Dumoya Urban, 2009 set.
We have a lot of people from Ilorin or they canvas something. Once more, the people online, please use the chat to introduce yourselves. Your set and your name. Okay. We want to acknowledge some of our members on Instagram. We have Ojong McMoley from Canada. We have Koforola Ishola from Ilorin, 2004 sets. We have Afiz from Ilorin, 2013 sets. We have Titilayo Lawal Yahaya, he's in Abuja, 1985 sets. We have Yetunde Olorunleke Oloforiku, Lagos, 1983 sets. We have a full house, even though some of us are here in spirit.
Yeah, okay, thanks. We acknowledge all of you joining online. Please do help us to put your name in the chat, your set, your hostel while in school, and of course, where you are in the world. Thank you. We're happy you're with us.
Okay, next on the agenda is the Secretariat report. Call on the Secretary to do that.
Good afternoon once again, sir. Page 12. Good afternoon, everyone. It's with great honor and pleasure that I present this Secretariat report for 2022 AGM/reunion of our association. I give thanks to Almighty God for giving us this opportunity to meet again this year, despite myriad of challenges we were facing across the world. It will be recalled that the 2021 AGM was held on 5th June 2021 as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, and it was decided during that AGM that the 2022 AGM/reunion should be hosted by the Harcourt chapter. The ESCO has held several online meetings on the Zoom platform so as to ensure smooth running of the association, and deliberated on several matters that concern the association and take appropriate actions on the decision of the 2021 AGM report. As part of the effort of the National ESCO in having a database of all old students, the ESCO have only received response from only 5 sets, which are as 1982 sets, 1995 sets, 1999 sets, 2003 sets, and 2013 sets. We hereby enjoin other sets to forward their database to as to enable association have an update database that will also aid the 50th anniversary committee in organizing a befitting 2023. In 2023, the constitutional amendments process has progressed to a level of the final draft, and it will be presented during this AGM for appropriate further actions. The ESCO has ensured that auditing of the association accounts and financial statement for 2021 will be circulated during this AGM. The ESCO was able to liaise with the school management to know areas they will need the association's support and take the school to greater heights. Furthermore, the ESCO, with the support of the BOT of this association, has been able to set up a 23-member committees led by Mr. Femi Edo, 1983 sets. And the committee has been tasked with responsibility of organizing the 50th anniversary of the school, which will be holding next year, 2023 at Ilorin. Thank you all for your rapt attention, and on behalf of the ESCO, I sincerely thank you all for supporting us to drive the association to greater heights. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Okay. The next on the agenda is financial reports.
Hello. Good afternoon, all. Welcome to this segment of the program captured Annual Report and Financial Statement. A copy of the annual audited account has been disseminated on our various set and chapter WhatsApp platforms before today for your perusal. For the purpose of this presentation and time constraints, the focus will be on the summary page of the report from our independent auditors, page 19 of the brochure, which happens to be page 5 of the document in circulation. I will round up with a summary of the income and expenditure segment on page 26 of the brochure, which is page 14 on the auditor's report, also in circulation, before handing over to the financial secretary for his own presentation. Reports on the audit and financial statement. This is page 19 now.